It looks like a lot of your notes about safe coins say, Nick, let's talk about something that will add value to the chain and change these networks for a while. Also, I want you to know that it all starts with stable coins. We are just now seeing the most important change ever will begin. A lot of big names in the space, like Chainlink, are talking about this, which makes me even more sure that some of these great utility-based projects like XRP will be 10 or 100 times bigger than they are now. You might think, Nick, you're crazy. That plan would need a huge market cap. But think about how much some of the assets that will be tokenized are worth. It won't happen right away, but it will in due course. I know that makes you sad, but please hear me out. It's not like me to go on YouTube and say, hey, guess what? In 24 hours, XRP will be worth $5,000, 0 cents in hours. That way of thinking is silly when it comes to that stuff. That being said, set coins are important when we look at what's really going on here because they speed up everything else. We'll talk more about this, but for now, this is where we start. About this, calm down and take it easy. Hey, thanks for joining the group. Everyone who has watched this movie and is new to the channel should sign up for it. They said that stable coins are not the end goal. They said that stable coins are just the tip of the iceberg because other things like banks and commodities funds are also important. Swaps of company debt for stocks, real estate, insurance, infrastructure, art, and many other things have already been tokenized. Some of these markets are tens or even hundreds of trillions of dollars big. I want you all to know this. Right now, prices in this space are selling in the single-digit trillion range. About $120 billion, 0 cents, and 0 cents worth of XRP has been. Talking to someone who lived through the dot-com boom is something you should do if you could go back in time. You could tell people what you would do if you could go back in time. Would you buy Amazon and then sell it after the initial rush? Or would you just wait it out? Could you please hold most people would say they wish they had held on to Amazon if they had sold earlier. A lot of people want to sell right now. I've said many times that we use these bull and bear cycles while we're still in the hype and speculation phase to not only make money by taking profits, but also to make sure that we plant. In 5 or 10 years, we'll be able to retire and not have to worry about money at all, thanks to projects like XRP, XBAR, and QNT. I think these projects will do very well in a tokenized digital market because they are very useful. Also, let's quickly read this post because we're going to study coins. Stripe's CEO says the company is finally testing its stablecoin product, which has been in the works for 10 years. The post was made on April 25th, the same day that news came out that Korean banks would be launching a joint stablecoin. On April 22, EU banks are thinking about launching a stablecoin. It looks like Ava Labs will work with Mika and SMBC in Japan to make safe coins. It's been 3 weeks, and now the biggest bank in Brazil wants to release a stablecoin at the start of April. In February, Bank of America also wanted to release a stablecoin. At the very least, these are some of the stablecoins that are being considered. I want everyone to understand that this is happening because steady coins have been through a lot of big changes in the last few months. Today is the event, and the stablecoin change has begun. This is good for projects like XRP, since XRP was originally designed to be used in banks. It's the first DT the idea behind DEX was to let people use tokens to buy things. Anderson said it so well when we think about all of these stablecoin launches today, and he said it again because it's important. You may have seen that everyone is making their own safe coin, and all of these stablecoins like XRP, QNT, and others will have to work with them, although they will work with each other in some way. liquidity will still be spread out unless one or two USD stablecoins become the standard that everyone uses. XRP's main purpose as a neutral bridge currency is very useful in a world with 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50 stablecoins like CBDCs, or even tokenized things of value you need. It makes the case for XRP stronger if there is a neutral bridge exchange that can let all of these things talk to each other and settle down every time a new stablecoin comes out. We'll also have more than one stablecoin-based currency, like the euro, the yen, and the real of Brazil. It looks like all of these things are happening right now. It's crazy that when people think about RLUSD, they say, well, most of the supplies are on Ethereum, so it's bearish. I disagree. While I last checked, Ethereum can be used for scalable banking. You're not going to send $1 trillion through the Ethereum network for everyone to see because of the high cost of gas and the fact that it's over. The market for stablecoins grew by $4,580,000,000 in just 1 week, getting close to $240 billion 0 cents. Tether USDC and new containers like USDS and RLUSD are still driving growth. We can see that the market capitalization of stablecoins is now about $231 billion 0 cents. There are now 420 million withdrawals every month, which is 7.3% more than before. Okay, this is crazy, but if we go to DeFi Llama, we can see that stablecoins are worth almost $240 billion 0 cents. The USDT is worth about 61.77% of the market, but that number has been going down for a few months now, especially since RLUSD became a rival. In the last 30 days, about 2.18% has been added, and ROD could even go down even more. I want to see if we scroll down. This one doesn't seem to be up to date because it says 317 million, which we'll talk about in a moment. But it's crazy how fast the stablecoin market is growing. In a separate post, we'll talk about how quickly stablecoins are growing and becoming a bigger part of the world's money system. Reese from Ripple, in the past 6 months, Merrick said that the market value of stablecoins has grown by 32%, going from 168.78 billion to 223.61 billion. Guys, it's been 239 billion since he posted this on the 26th, and M2 has hit 21.76 trillion, which means that stable coins make up 1% of the world's money. Okay, Ripple and RLUSD, let's get started.